Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome back to the Aoshima Knight Rider Season 1 kit build, and today I think we're going to be looking at doing some things with the main body. As you have seen in the previous episode, I completed the dash. Hopefully, there you go. Got all the colors of the switch pods and everything in, so that's all good to go. However, I'm waiting on the right tan color to paint, to airbrush the interior. So I'm waiting on that, and so I'm kind of moving ahead. So I'm going to have to kind of skip back and forth as I go. But it looks like we have some instructions about installing the dash. That's going to come later. Once I get the other paint. So we have to take these posts off of the main body. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully we can get this done. And again, I'm just using the flat edge of the sprue cutter, putting that up against the sides of the plastic and cutting. Very easy to do. And it should pop loose. There we go. So we do have some bits of the sprue left on here, so I'm gonna just kind of flip this upside down. I'm gonna see. I don't know if I'm gonna really be able to get too much of this. Okay, and so we'll just do the same thing to the other side. If my voice sounds a little bit strange, which I hope it doesn't, I have a little bit of a sore throat. I don't know if I'm getting sick. I've been having problems sleeping, so that's probably contributing to it a little bit as well. All right, I'm going to throw those two bits away. Here we go. And there we go. So I just want to kind of sand just a little bit. Just to clean up the little bits of sprue that are left. Kind of need to make sure that I don't hit the rest of the body. Definitely have to be careful on the thin plastic parts up here. I know that sounds like music to your ears. I apologize for the screeching there. And I don't at this point know when my gloss and semi-gloss coats are coming. I've ordered them several weeks ago, but they still say that they're on order from Tamiya, so uh-oh, that's not me farting, that's my chair. So we have some bits of windshield. Actually, that's the front windshield. Is this supposed to be the front windshield? Part number 80. I guess it is this part. Okay. So we're supposed to paint around this in black. I don't know that I'm going to do that though. At least not yet. I just want to cut this window out, the windshield, and I want to set it in place. It looks like it goes up under here, and there's a couple little pins that the windshield's going to set into, and then it's essentially going to go like this, and then we're going to have some windshield wipers on there as well, which I think I am going to need to paint. I could probably get by without painting these, but I'm just going to paint both of these as semi-gloss. I'm not going to worry about this right now. I also have the center console down here, which is going to glue up inside of here, and I don't really want to do anything with that yet either. So now I also did a little test with, and I don't know if you can see how this part's discolored. I did a quick test with my super glue, just putting it on a bit of the sprue, and as you can see, it's going to melt that. So along with the other paints that I have coming, I also have some paints that are safe to use with these bits, and so I have to wait until those come. Now, one thing that I can do, or I should be able to do, and actually in this step we're supposed to glue the red bit on, is this is basically the red scanner. Now I've taped the piece in here already just to kind of get an idea of what the front end is going to look like. But we should be able to glue this in using the super glue without, any ill effects. So let's see here. Let me get the tape off of my fingers. And this is going to go right up in. Oh, I have it upside down. It slots right in, so it fits in really easily. And then there's a couple little tabs on either side, so we can easily get that to fit. And where is my super glue? Oh, there it is. So I'm just gonna. Oh, that came right out. And hopefully I don't want too much on here. Just down around where the pins are. And then that's going to slot right there. And we should be good to go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to let this dry. Just going to set that out of the way. Next we have, let's see, remove chrome plating from the contact points. So we also have these lights, and these are going to be interesting to say the least. So 21 and 22, that's part 24. 23 and 24 is there. So we've got some pieces here. And then the rest of the pieces, are these the chrome bits? Remove chrome plating from the contact points before applying the cement. And this is, I think, I was hoping to do this in this episode, but I don't think we're going to be able to, because the headlights, let's see here. I think the headlights essentially fit back inside of, is this the piece? Yeah, that's right there. So we're supposed to remove somehow, I guess we'll have to scratch, but it says remove chrome plating from the contact points before applying the cement. The part number in the parentheses corresponds to the left side. Okay. This is going to be really super interesting. So 81 and 81. I do not like how this is shaping up here. Because I don't have the glue, the proper glues. And we have a ton of stuff to get started on with the rest of the body here. Well, let's see. We have the front bumper at least. We do have the front bumper. And we do have 37 and part 38. Which is, okay, so part 37. These are essentially the turn signal cover panels that were used during the series. They were essentially transparent panels, and they fit over the top of the turn signals, so that I guess the car was still technically street legal. Okay. Still have a little bit more to do. Don't want to overdo it. And this is going to fit, let's see, basically right on top of here, like this, kind of. And what, ooh, this is going to be, because there's nothing that I can really butt this up against to, you know, to make it sit. Actually, I say that and then it fits right there perfectly. How am I going to do this? Okay. So basically, I've taken some super glue and put it along the back, and I'm just hoping that, you know, the capillary action of the glue will kind of work its way underneath the back part of that, you know, basically in between the bumper and the little cover plate there. Now on this, it's not actually transparent, so not a big deal there. Okay. So let's do the next one. Okay. And this obviously is going to be the other side. I wonder why they put the sprues where they did on these, because it really makes it more difficult to get a nice clean edge on the outside of the body where you need to have the clean edge. But one thing that's funny about KITT when you're watching, you know, the original TV show is, you know, you'll notice bits where it's really, you know, beat up and scratched up and things like that. So, you know, it's just the way it was, I guess. Alright, so that looks pretty good there. So I'm just going to kind of use my thumb to hold it in place. We're going to do the same thing. Like that. And hopefully that will cure and set. Let's see, projection. What is this? Okay, so there are some... Yeah, there's basically these clear pieces that are going to fit into the front lights here, though I don't think I'm going to do those just yet. Anything with the lighting is unfortunately just going to have to wait. The other thing too with the body, take care not to drop glue on part 23. What is part 23? Oh, that's the little, okay, I see. So let's see, where are the pieces? Oh, it's these panels here. And what really stinks about these is these are basically the headlights, or the, you know, where they would flip up. Now, all this stuff with these types of headlights is, I don't think that I'm really going to be using them. So I don't really care about the mechanism that goes inside, because I don't necessarily want the headlights to flip up. Some people might, but I just don't really care about that. Oh, the other thing we can do is put the hood scoop on there. So let's do that. This is the turbo scoop, I think. I'm going to be really careful with the back piece here. And then whoops. Sorry about your ears, guys. And again, I'm just very carefully trying to take off the bit of the sprue there. Okay. And then let's just kind of test fit that. It's going to go right there. Right there. Hopefully you can see that. Now comes the slightly more stressful part, because we have to put some super glue down in here, and I do not want to get anything whatsoever on the actual body. I think that'll do just fine. Okay. We also have the left and right mirrors. Do I want to? Yeah, I'm gonna try to put these guys on here. Okay. Now this is going to look way worse than it's going to turn out to be. Because once I get my paints in, and I can actually go and, you know, paint these bits, it's going to look just fine. And so this is essentially going to fit something like this. Oops. Everything's so dark. Let me see if I can move the instructions out of the way. That might even out the back tones there. So if we stick that there, I wonder if I can just glue this from the back. Yeah, there we go. There's just a tiny bit of the glue that bled out there on the side, but nothing too major. And there's actually little tiny mirrors that will eventually glue into place there, which is kind of cool. But that'll be kind of like the last part, because again, I want to be able to go over this body once I get all the major pieces put on, and you know, clean the body really good, and then do like a light spray of semi-gloss, and then put gloss coat over the top of that, and then I can glue all the windows and everything like that in. And I mean, semi-gloss in black, that's the key there. All right, where's the other mirror here? Oh, we actually have the license plate piece there too. I could just put that right on, I think. Okay. So now we're doing the right side mirror. That looks... I guess that's passable. And then again, you know, when we get the gloss coat put on, it's gonna basically look just fine. All right, so we'll do the same thing to this side. No, not what I wanted to happen at all. And I can't really tell whether or not the glue is bonding. So I'm just going to have to hold it here for a second. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to hit it with a little bit more glue. There. All right. So you can just, you might be able to see just me handling it here, you know, the oils from your skin will, you know, roughen up the surface. And so you definitely want to, you know, clean that off really good before you continue on. So we've got the front here. That's actually looking really good. And I'm not going to glue this on or anything like that. But I just want to kind of sit it there for effect. And then if we really want to get, you know, cool. Yay! KITT's starting to come alive. Oh, the front end of that car is so freaking sexy. I just still, this is one of the greatest cars ever made. Still to this day. Let's see, what else can I do? Got that, got that. We've got, okay, we got those we could install. Okay, we've got the back wing, and then everything else is basically like glass, the rear bumper. And then it's kind of just putting the shells together. So kind of at this point, let's see, what were these pieces? 30 and 29. So it's basically, okay, it's these pieces over here. So part number 30. Oh, these are kind of like the fender, they're not fender flares, but they do flare slightly. And the other, okay. And I think this is essentially going to glue right here. Is that right? Body color. Yeah, that should go like right there. I just want to see with the front bit on how this is kind of going to look. I hope. So this is going to fit like right here. And what really sucks about this part is it doesn't snap, you know, there's nothing to like snap it into place. So, I'm going to take that back. There is kind of a little, wait, I just want to make absolutely sure this doesn't go on the other side. Yeah, definitely does not. There is kind of a little catch there. This is going to be so tough to work with. So it's essentially just going to ride on. Okay. Here goes, guys. I want to just put very little bit there. And I'm just going to try to roll this thing on. I'm probably going to stick myself to the car. I hope I don't. Okay, and I think that's pretty good there. That bonded pretty quickly. Okay. So essentially it's just this little highlighted piece right there next to my finger. Hopefully you can kind of, I don't know if you can see that or not. Why do I have super glue? No. I don't know. All right, let's try the other side and then, ooh, this part's really gnarly. We've got a bit of sanding on the shell we've got to do. Okay, much better. Okay, where is the part? Here we go. Whenever I have exposed, body pieces or anything that's going to be visible from the outside, I always want to kind of sand it inward. That way I don't have any, edges coming out towards me. So this part I know is going to be the glossy side. So I basically want to sand away from it. Just enough to flatten that out. Perfect. Almost perfect. Let's do the back just a little bit. Okay. And again, this is going to fit on there. Do I need to... Looks like I might need to do a little bit there. Okay. And when I paint this, I'm definitely going to have to cover this up both in the front and the back with some, masking tape, the little red scanner, because I don't want to get any black paint on that. That would be bad. And let's see if I can pull off another miracle. Shoot. I can already see that's way too much glue. Way too much. Okay. Try this again. Okay. Better that time. Let's get our piece here and hope for the best. Did it dry? I think it, this side is definitely going to need an extra pass on some really fine sanding, I think. Let's try this again, because it did not work. There we go. Okay. Now let's see. It doesn't look too bad. I think once I clean that up, I think it'll look just fine. Okay, well, that kind of concludes what I can really get done in this issue. I want to work on this because I want to get it finished. But it's going to be a while because I got to get the tan paint for the interior. I've got the interior, it's all masked up and ready to go. I'll probably do a little bit of extra prep work there, but I have all the center console done. And once I get all that painted tan, let's see, we even have the seats around here somewhere. What did I do with those? What did I do with those? Oh, here they are. I have the seats all ready to airbrush. So we have them primed in black, and so we just have to hit it with some tan airbrush and put a little bit of flat sealer over top of that. Those will be done. And yeah. Oh, one other piece I think I could do is the rear spoiler. Ooh, yeah. Let's do that guy really quick, because that'll really make things look pretty sweet. And again, I'm sanding from the outside in, or trying to. This has a pretty big chunk of sprue on it though. I don't know, maybe if I go, there we go. Once I get it down flat, then I can just lightly finish that off. There we go. Okay. And okay. So how does this go on? How does, I think it goes on like this. And okay, so there's, I don't know if you can see it. There are basically two small pinholes. I'm trying to see if I can hit them from the back, and I think I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a healthy serving of super glue in there, and another one there. And again, hopefully the capillary action of the glue will kind of, you know, come up and, you know, hold that into place. Okay. Hopefully you could see all of that. Oh, that really adds a lot to the car. Now, one thing I want to look at really quickly because I've seen some people break this piece in the past, is the rear lights, or the rear light covers, actually. Now this is a semi-transparent piece. It's black transparent. And I've watched a couple build videos where other people have done this kit and have commented on them breaking this piece. Now the piece is slightly curved. I don't know if you can see that, but it has a slight curve to it. And if you're a fan of Knight Rider, or even a fan of Trans Ams, you know that the Trans Ams had like these lines on the outside of the lights, but on KITT it was perfectly smooth. So this would essentially fit right in there like this and be nice and smooth. And I've seen some people actually try to put it on backwards. Well, if you try to put it on backwards, it's going to stick out like that, and then if you try to press it, it's going to snap, which obviously is not desirable. Since this is transparent, I'm just going to try to cut off the sprue, just being very careful here. Let's try to get it along the bottom. Try not to chop my fingers off with a razor blade. You always want to be very careful when working with razor blades, because trust me, I've definitely cut myself a few times over the years, mainly as a child, working with these things, and it's never fun to cut yourself. And I hope that I don't jinx myself by discussing it. Okay, so there's that. So that'll fit right in there, fits perfectly, and it's going to be just basically a nice mirror finish. And I don't even know if we're going to be able to see, because I think we have, are there some chrome bits or something that fit back in here? Oh, we have the red brake lights. These fit in here, and I think there's even like these two transparent pieces here. Those are the rear brake lights. So I'm gonna have to kind of look and see if I'm supposed to paint those silver or something down in there, like the four there, just so that there's a little bit of contrast, and maybe that'll actually, shine through a little bit. But for now, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. And so really I'm just waiting for all of my paints to come in. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to shelve this project until that happens. It's just about mid-November right now. And, it's gonna be, it might be into December before I get those colors. You just never know when those are going to come in. I'm just going to pop this on just so we can kind of see KITT in his semi-assembled state. Hopefully, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Oh wait, I need to put the front in first, don't I? Yes, I do. There we go. Are we getting the scanner? Yep. Okay, so that's popped on there. I don't know if the back's going to go on just right, but we can kind of stick the front of the nose on here, and it's as long as it doesn't fall off, it's starting to look like KITT. So there we go. He's coming along. Let's see, let's move him around so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. How's that looking? All right. It'll definitely look way better once we get the hubcaps painted and installed. And obviously once we get the interior on, it'll just look absolutely awesome and really come to life. So definitely this kit has been challenging. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a beginner kit, especially not when it comes to the dash. There's a lot of I mean, look at the size of my finger compared to, you know, the painting. You know, I actually had to take toothpicks and paint these little, you know, yellow, red, you know, the red bits down here, even the buttons. And I did try to actually screen match those. And then the red dot here is pretty easy to do. I just took, you know, a glob of red paint and just kind of dipped it in there, and it just filled out perfectly. So that looks absolutely awesome. And then everything else is decals, but there we go. Now you can see it much better. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I tried to actually match the colors of the switches to the Season 1 dash. So yeah, hopefully that turns out good. Come on, refocus. There we go. All right, well, that's going to be it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and please comment, and please subscribe for this and many more videos. This has been the Aoshima Knight Rider Season 1 kit build, and I am Brad M73. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.